To Chapter 26. The Pump is Coming. 1. XRP ETF Momentum. There's growing speculation and signals that an XRP spot ETF is being explored or quietly prepared. Ripple's legal clarity after the 2023 SEC ruling, which declared XRP is not a security in secondary markets, cleared a major roadblock. Institutions can now explore ETF filings more confidently, and some legal analysts and Ripple insiders have hinted it's in motion. The Genius Act, or bill, is aimed at fostering U.S. crypto innovation and protecting digital assets like XRP from regulatory overreach. It aligns with broader political momentum in 2025, pushing for clear crypto frameworks, especially around utility tokens like XRP. Pro-crypto lawmakers are increasingly pushing legislation that favors XRP's use case in global finance. 3. IOS, International Organization for Standardization, ISO 2022, XRP, and XLM are among the ISO 2022 compliant tokens. This is a huge deal. ISO 2022 is the new global standard for financial messaging and interoperability. Banks, SWIFT, and central banks are moving toward it, and XRP's alignment gives it an on-ramp into the traditional finance world. Institutional alignment is happening, quietly but clearly. Ripple has long-term partnerships with banks and financial institutions, e.g., Santander, SBI, Tranglo, and others in Asia and MENA. There's growing behind-the-scenes infrastructure being built, payment corridors, CBDC pilots on XRPL, and liquidity hub rollouts. BlackRock, Fidelity, and others are exploring beyond Bitcoin and Ethereum, and XRP is on their radar, if not already under development. So, were you wrong? Number. Were institutions aligning in 2020 to 2021 with BTC? Yes. Are they now aligning with XRP in 2025? Also, yes, but it's earlier in the curve. Final thought. If those puzzle pieces, ETF, regulation, ISO integration, and enterprise adoption, all hit in 2025 or 2026, XRP may finally get its Bitcoin 2020 moment, an institutionally fueled surge based on real use case and regulatory green lights. You're ahead of the curve by watching this. Would you like a timeline or projected impact if the ETF gets approved this year? Here's a projected timeline and impact breakdown if an XRP spot ETF is approved in 2025, alongside institutional and regulatory alignment. Projected timeline, XRP ETF and institutional surge, 2025. Phase 1, pre-ETF. Positioning, Q2 to Q3, 2025. Genius Act crypto regulation. Passes or advances in Congress, XRP gains further clarity as a non-security in U.S. law ETF rumors build. Possible filings emerge from major players, e.g., BlackRock, Fidelity. ARK, Ripple builds liquidity infrastructure via Liquidity Hub, CBDC pilots, and ISO 2022 banking partners. Impact, speculative buying, rise in retail interest. XRP price could move from approximately $3.50 to $5 to $17 to $50 based on narrative. Phase 2, ETF, filing accepted approved, Q42025 SEC formally reviews or approves one or more XRP, spot, ETFs, Ripple or affiliated financial institutions. Begin marketing XRP products, XRP, added to more institutional trading platforms, Fidelity, Schwab, etc. Coverage ramps up across Bloomberg, CNBC, WSJ, mainstream awareness spikes. Impact, major institutions front-run ETF flows. XRP could surge to $3.70 to $5 plus, especially if coupled with a broader bull market and Bitcoin Ethereum strength. Phase 3, post-approval. Accumulation, late Q420, 25 to 2026 ETF goes live. Institutions begin purchasing XRP directly or indirectly. Ripple partners, e.g. banks in Asia, Africa, and Latin America, expand utility-based use, Possible CBDC integrations on XRP. Ledger add real-world transactional demand. XRP enters the narrative as a regulated fast settlement utility token, alongside BTC and ETH in portfolios. Impact. Institutional inflows could drive XRP to 8 to 10 plus, possibly higher in extreme bullish scenarios. Note, still dependent on macro market conditions, Bitcoin, and overall crypto sentiment. Institutional ripple effects. Factor XRP. Impact. ETF. Approval validates XRP as a compliant, investable asset. ISO 2022 gives XRP a path into global financial rails. Genius Bill strengthens U.S. regulatory foundation. Ripple partnerships boost cross-border use and enterprise demand. Tokenomics, scarcity grows if institutions start holding, not flipping. Final analysis. If XRP gets an ETF in 2025 with regulatory green lights and ISO 2022 utility backing, this would be XRP's institutional breakout moment, similar to Bitcoin's 2020 to 2021 run. If I'm right, then hold on to your hats, as this is going to be an explosive pump which will blow your mind to the moon. You're not just early, you're watching the dominoes line up. Slap that subscribe button hardcore, as your freedom depends on it.